mentioned inclusion as one of the phases that one of the phases of your work with multinationals trying to find solutions. You said that you thought it was a key element.
Yeah.
In what way is that a key element?
It's actually a key element because I've worked for big companies before as an employee, for the UN as an employee. I was head of an NGO where there were 3,000, and it was a federation of 3,000 NGOs. And the difficulty I have in every position that I was getting people to work together, collaborating. And so it's actually been sort of like a quest that often I've had around the table, fabulous people with amazing talents, but they just weren't able to work together. And so since 3-4 years, it's been training on how to, in collaborative methods to get these people to work together. And the fundamental stage for me is actually the first part, where everyone feels at home, and so that people will, each individual will leave behind them their fears, because often when you get into a group, you come with your fears, or there are those who will not speak, or there are those who will speak too much, and it's to work with that, setting sort of the stage so that everyone feels at home and free to take part, feels that they've got their own meaning within this group, and that they have their own role, and it's the fact that they feel included, that they'll actually be more effective when we have to actually get them to work together, and they won't be in sort of in this position where they're resisting, saying, "Oh, I don't agree," because since they're part of the group, each one has their role, their responsibility to contribute, to take part, and I don't know. It's the fact. Well, yeah, I don't know what to say. It's the fact that they're a part of the community, that set community in that meeting, that they'll feel good enough to contribute to what's going on, and that's essential to build, to create, to develop solutions, and to overcome problems, resistance, fears. And it's often in the positions, especially when I was director of this NGO, you'd think that it was an environmental NGO was out to save the world, but I've never seen so many sterile meetings, because people just were so closed up with their own frustrations and fears that it was impossible to get them to work together, and impossible actually to develop solutions to all the problems, the millions of problems that we had.
So you get to unblock resources.
Yeah, unblock resources, and connect. It's actually sort of like connecting people so that they actually talk to each other, exchange, because it's together that will solve solutions. It's not one person in a corner. He might be the brightest engineer, solution, or whatever you want. He cannot alone solve. He might develop the best technical solution. If he's alone, it won't get anywhere. And we've got a lot of problems, especially in the environmental field, and we've got to connect. That's what I do, is connect people, so that together they develop their solutions to the problems that are their common problems.
So do you think inclusion is a key to sustainable development?
Yeah, because if you don't have that phase, people will just stay in their corner, and nothing will be solved. Yeah. It's fundamental. It's fundamental for NGOs, it's fundamental for big companies. The reason why I work with companies mainly today is because I feel that they're the biggest leverage we have today to get things moving. So, and also I really love working in that environment. It's usually things go really fast, and it's really fun. In NGOs, there's a lot of emotional and historical contingencies, so it's more of a challenge. And also because I think I had so many challenges when I was a director of an NGO that I'm like, I don't want to live that for the moment. So companies, or just farmers as well, different environments. It's actually very diverse, and it's always a fabulous experience.
Multinationals and cooperatives.
Yeah, it's in a business framework, and it's a fabulous experience. It's a really beautiful experience every time. It's very rich, and it nourishes me every time, and that's why I just want to do more of it. So yeah.